up and down that left flank on match day 1 of the Next Gen Cup up until his red card offence. 2 yellows. Basically one incident after the other.
What did you make of that red card situation on match day 1?
Well, see, we were doing that game, myself and Ollie. I think he was just frustrated with himself after the first incident and just dived in when he was a bit on edge. Travis Patterson, TJ CARROLL, Thierry Katsakunya, Aidan Borland, Caden Young, Ewan Simpson, Rory Wilson, Jamal Jabo Aloba, Ben Brogio. Ilani Edwards is also in the squad with Sam Proctor, George Hemmings, Mason Kocher, Rodrigo Fortes, Charlie Pavey, Cole Brannigan, Omar Kedda and Jack Allen.
Travis Patterson coming straight back into the line.
Stellenbosch are, and a counter-attack would really suit them with how quick they are. I wonder if we're going to see the reintroduction though of the Major, of Young, of Plates as the game goes on, when it opens up a bit more, because they've got real speed and technical ability. That will hurt this Aston Villa defence, this Aston Villa midfield even, when they're just a bit more open, a bit more all over the place. Positions are being lost a bit.
Delivered low. Back with Avontier once more. It was a nice idea, well seen off. He might get a third chance here, the number 11. And that was fantastic skill, but well seen off in the end. I'll move to fullback since the latest of the Stellenbosch changes.
Good to see though, he's not been affected by his penalty miss either. Tyler, he's doing really well there. He's stopping any real fluidity down that left-hand side of Stellenbosch.
Lewis now for Aston Villa. There again for Stellenbosch. And this is the kind of situation which Stellenbosch have been so clinical with so far. They were seeking out Bailey there.
Good defending from Carroll there, because the run was being made perfectly by Young.
Well, Bailey's going to keep on chasing now for Stellenbosch. That was a nearly moment for the South African side.
Again, why doesn't he continue pressing Lewis there? It's quite uncharacteristic of the sides. Not lose your concentration and let Aston Villa back in.
Fareed Edwards going down. Behind us, Punjab are really pummeling that Everton goal. Well, the leaves dropping onto the pitch from those trees above the ground.
Start getting their attackers a bit further forward and give them some chances to cause havoc around the Aston Villa box.
Header again. Carroll puts Edwards. Again, they try to find Deboja, but there's 4 Villa bodies in and around him. They look wide for Kedda. Space in front of him. Cutting inside and shooting and finding.
Oh, he's been very, very bright since he started the second half. And he's done the same move. He's cut inside, little touches, and then it just opens up that little gap. It looks as if he's got... Wingers have played a massive part in this performance so far.
Oh, that's 3 of the 6 that Aston Villa need. Timson. That's confident play from Carroll. Gliding forward, but the final ball didn't find its intended target. Kept going. really giving a good account of themselves. They're still in their structure. They're still trying their best to prevent Villa a chance to make it. They need to find a couple more goals.
With what happened against Everton fresh in their minds, they're not going to want to concede a goal early and possibly let the score run up again. So they're going to need to be very focused coming into the second half.
Here's Simpson for Villa, giving it away to Guite Peka, who's leading that press. Played up front for a little bit yesterday before tactical adjustments saw him drop a bit deeper. I've always felt he is more influential deeper, and the flag goes up there against Kocher. Let their heads drop too much. They've kept going. Really given a good account of themselves. They're playing a more meaningful playoff. They won't be playing for 7th or 8th. Here's Musharraf. And it really could have gone anywhere off of Carroll. Fortunately for Villa, situations, and no doubt who the better side was in this game, which they wouldn't have necessarily expected coming into this evening's game, but lots to be excited about if you're a Villa fan. Caden Young looks a real prospect down that right-hand side. Niall Timpson and TJ CARROLL were colossal at the back as well. From an East Bengal perspective, I think you have to take your hat off to Kamal in goal. You have to credit.
Just after 10 a.m. as the whistle blows, and it's Rory Wilson who gets us off underway in Aston Villa as they look to try and start frantically down the left through number 11 Ben Brogio. The tall frames, as we were talking about just before kick-off, those two centre halves for Aston Villa, the number 4 TJ CARROLL and number 5 Thierry Katsukunya in the heart of that defence, who'll try to nullify any Punjab attack. Thierry Katsukunya, an under-21 for Aston Villa, so one of the older players in this squad. And then, of course, TJ CARROLL, an under-18, so the old and young at this level just sitting together in the heart of that Aston Villa defence, with Sam Lewis just behind them.
Yeah, you mentioned Punjab potentially setting up defensively. It is very compact at the moment, and you don't blame them for that. You know, they've just arrived here. You don't want to come and get blown away in the early going, so absolutely no problem with them using this first.
He chested touch as he manages to take it away from Charlie Pavey. As he goes in field, this is a promising opportunity for Punjab. It's put across the box from Dodum.
Up and down the pitch, it's going to be a tough job for them today in this sweltering heat, but obviously that's not something they're unaccustomed to.
That was a good touch from their number 11, Mohamed Ings.
We've seen a couple of times Villa get a bit crowded out in that midfield area. Obviously, Punjab looking to exploit that.
By Sam Lewis, the ball played in from the number 8, Tongbran Singh. Too high for any player in orange to try and get their head onto it. Now it's brought forward by Villa. Going forward, but all Rory Wilson needed was one opportunity, and he's got the first goal, I believe, of the Next Gen Cup. Of course, we do have Everton Mahut behind us, but I haven't heard any goals going as of yet. Zathleen Tarangbram, who comes on. The rules of the competition are the managers of either side can request for the referee to either have roll-on, roll-off subs for them, or they hasn't really seen much of the ball compared to his colleagues like Young on the other side, on this near side even. They're playing down this way too. Davey. Yep. Tall frame of their number 4, TJ CARROLL, fizzing one in. to Hemmings. Punjab tried to move it forward, but it's just a loose touch from the man who was introduced recently, Yendon Brahm. Inside pass to Young. Davey picks up the clearance. Aston Villa tried to start something again, but that's short-lived with that switch intercepted. After the first 10 minutes, Punjab looked the livelier of the two. As we mentioned, Aston Villa starting to show their qualities in game management. After they just worked out how Davey into Simpson as he just lets the ball run across his body, allowing Punjab to pounce and try and get forward. That's a lovely touch, putting the ball through the legs of the Villa defender, but it's cleared up well by TJ CARROLL.
Did just take a bit too long for my liking, but everything good for Punjab is coming through Dodom. My only issue is he's often a bit isolated. Obviously they had numbers forward there off the mistake from Lewis, but I think Dodom just needs a bit more support up there. He can't.
What have you made of Kipken so far, Ben?
Yeah, he's been good. Just maybe frustrated not to have a bit more of a attacking threat, but I think you could say the same for a lot of the Punjab players. But his defensive work has been exemplary. But you're just starting to see Aston Villa now produce some moments of quality. That clip ball in just a moment ago from Simpson was beautiful. I thought for all money that Hatsakunya was going to glance it in. And Wilson obviously should have scored himself, but just an important few minutes now for Punjab. I think that was probably in the manager's mind when he made that change.
His right being the stronger foot, and you can obviously see Caden Young favours his left on this right-hand side. Almost put under pressure there, or he was put under pressure from Dodom. Up there by...
He's looking for an edge, playing off the shoulder at times, so alert, so quick, never gives up on a loose ball. Really impressed.
Aston Villa with one last chance to go into the break and reinstore their one-goal lead.